Today, Albuquerque police will be back at work looking at 7 murders from last year that they still haven't solved.
Now, overall, police here do a pretty good job at solving murder cases, but these ones have been pretty tough for them. They include the case where 2 teenagers, Jeremy Trujillo and Samuel Gutierrez, were killed near an arroyo in the South Valley back in March, and a surveillance video that we have caught whoever killed them on camera.
I would like to see that these 2 gentlemen that did this, or the gentleman that did this, that justice be served to them, to the family, and closure would be coming up soon.
Overall, police all across the country solve about 50% of their murder cases. Here in Albuquerque, though, investigators solved 83% last year. We now know more about a deadly shooting in western New Mexico in Gamarco. It's just north of Gallup. About 4:30 yesterday morning, McKinley County Sheriff's deputies found Matthew Franco shot. He was rushed to the hospital where he later died. He was just 20 years old. Then early yesterday morning, deputies arrested Nathaniel Escarrega. He is now charged with murder. Now, deputies think these 2 men were at a party. They got into a fight, and then after that, they say Escarrega shot Franco. Elizabeth?
The so-called arroyo molester is set to face his first of 2 separate trials starting at 9 this morning. Genaro Sandoval was arrested back in 2007 after investigators say DNA linked him to the sexual assault of a boy in Albuquerque. He's also accused in a series of other sexual attacks on boys in the Northeast Heights arroyos between 2003 and 2005. Prosecutors want to combine those cases into one trial, but a judge ruled against the motion, and now each must be tried separately. A woman is behind bars this morning charged with aggravated battery on a police officer. Saturday night, police responded to a home near University and Central about a burglary. Officers say when they arrived, the suspects did not listen to directions and instead tried to run over an officer. The cop was able to get a good look at the driver of the car. She was later identified as 21-year-old Amber Sauceda.
A man who works at the state's correction department in some hot water today after police say he was driving drunk this weekend. They arrested this man, Joseph Pacheco, on aggravated DWI charges near Central and I-25 on Saturday. He's worked for the corrections department for more than 2 years, and it'll now do its own investigation to find out exactly what happened there. And Metro Court here in Albuquerque has 3 new judges on the bench today after Governor Susana Martinez appointed them this weekend to replace other judges who were elected to the state's district courts back in November. So Michelle Dowler is replacing Judge Ben Chavez. Jason Greenlee will take over for Christina Argyres. And Peggy Holguin is taking over Brianna Zamora's seat. Now, both Holguin and Zires worked at the county attorney's office, and Dowler worked as an attorney for the county. All right, tonight we could find out if a community center here in Albuquerque will be renamed after Johnny Tapia.
That's right. City Council will talk about that tonight. The center is currently the Wells Park Community Center near 5th and Mountain. Here's what Councilor Ken Sanchez had to say back in December when he deferred action on the proposed name changes.
I think we need to involve the neighborhood association, the new council member, Councilor Ike Benton. We all need to be involved in that one meeting before we take it back to the full council. And I would hope at that time that we would have a lot more support once Johnny's story is told.
Last month, Sanchez told us he had heard from the family of Charles Wells, the man the center was originally named after. He was Albuquerque's city manager in the late 40s. All right, we'll keep you posted on what they decide. Also, by the way, on tonight's City Council agenda, a bill establishing a governing board for the downtown rail yards. The vote on the issue had also been put off because of a group of volunteers from the Wheels Museum. They had said that the city had cut them out of a voice on the board. Well, the Wheels Museum had been working to preserve the old buildings. The city said in December that it's because the museum has a financial interest in the land and shouldn't have a say in what happens.